if you did not see my Twitter post from yesterday, it was, hey Michelle, it was Tammy was going through her Facebook messages with Lisa Arkey, and one of them read from June. Hey Beth. I can't remember what it said now. Remind that fat ass, which is me, that God took her child for a reason. That was done in August. I'm sorry, in June. And as Tammy scrolled through these things, I knew that somewhere there was a text message like that. I knew it existed because they all started on my child the same day, Pam and Tammy. But I'd never seen it. I didn't see it. I don't think I've seen. I don't think I saw one. I'm sure there's more. But what I wanted to say was, when all of them were going back and forth the other day, and oh Tammy, I'm so sorry that they're doing this to you, and oh Lisa, I'm so sorry that she's doing this to you, and oh Pam, I didn't do anything to anybody. And Lisa, either on behalf of herself alone or on behalf of the porch, one or the other, 100 times in those months, May, June, July, August, September, were inciting Tammy to go after me. In the ship, they went after everybody, but the sustained attack was on me. Went after Lisa's kids. Never went after Lisa's grandchildren, dead or alive. I didn't go after them. And I want y'all to know, there's another victim here, and that is me, and I hate being a victim. But I had to, they have repeatedly brought this up. My child. And used it as a weapon. Against me, and I didn't have a dog in this fight. I didn't get $3,000. I didn't give $3,000. I ain't got a dog in that fight. So then Pam says somewhere that she apologized. I've never seen her apologize to me. No, you've never apologized to me. You could apologize every day until the day you die. If you live to be 120 years old, you're not sorry. Because if you're sorry, you do it once and then you're sorry. I shouldn't have done that. You don't do it for 4 or 5 months continuously. And that's what you did. You and Lisa and Rick. I'm going to put you all three together. Lisa Arkey, you are evil. And I'll tell you this. Let me quote you again. Was it, remind fat ass God took her child for a reason? Well, what reason is that, Lisa? Apparently you know. So why don't you tell me? Because I can assure you there has not been a day that has gone by that I have not begged God to let me know why. Why? So if you know, drop me a fucking email. Because you said, you assume God took her child for a reason. Why? And so y'all don't even know the story You don't know the story. You don't know the details. You don't know my life. You don't know what I've been through. I'm already struggling with my own mental health, okay? Through no fault of my own. I'm bipolar. It's not my fault. And everything that I do, I don't think anybody realizes or gives a fuck what this has done to me physically and mentally and emotionally and what it has done to my family, because I am upset. And every time I get my footing, when they do something or say something, and I'll get my footing, and then something else happens. I'll see something else. I'll see how exactly diabolical that it was. You know, that's what I saw the other day. Just how diabolical and evil it was. And if you don't think what Lisa Archie said was evil, I don't know what to tell you. For real, I don't know what to tell you. But like I said, Lisa Archie, if you know God took my child, drop me a fucking email. Let me know. I'd love to know why. And you apparently, and I'm not on anything. I'm not medicated right now, so don't even try that. I miss so heartbroken. And I hate to show my fucking cards. I really do. I hate, I would rather have fun and laugh. Cut up. And I would love to talk about movies, and I would love to talk about, shit that I like to talk about. But then stuff like this comes up, and I was going to have another, I was going to have a Christmas movie one. I know how these people feel about me now. They hate me so much. The Porch and Lisa Archie hate me so much that they thought this was acceptable. Tammy hated me so much that she thought this was acceptable. Call me old, call me ugly, call me fat. It's all true. It's all true. But don't go after that little girl that didn't do anything to anybody.
So this came to my attention. There's a lot that goes on in between that I really don't know a lot of what happened, but someone mentioned a comment, or I think it was a text from someone to Shannon or about Shannon, or she was talking to someone, and I don't want to bring up the people's names. Well, I guess I could. I mean, I could bring up the person's name because I think that I hate doing this, but all right. So Lisa Archie was having texting Tammy. I guess it was about all the money nonsense that I don't want to get involved in, but she said something really harsh about Shannon. And it went something like this. I don't know if I'm saying it verbatim, but she said, tell that fat ass that that God took her baby for a reason. Okay, so Shannon lost a child. Okay, and that is dirty. That is dirty. So, yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry. Children are off limits, and to go at, listen, Shannon and I haven't spoken in a long time. I have no really bad ill feelings for her, but I certainly think that that's disgusting. I can't imagine. I know what it feels like to lose my only sibling that I thought I would grow old with. And I know how that feels, but I could never say what it must feel like to lose a child. And then to have it thrown in your face, and to have it thrown in your face. And to go, why do people video today? She was broken. That's got to, she's dealing with her own stuff as it is. And to have someone hear those words, that's why, tell that fat ass, that's why God took her child. Who says that? I'm sorry. Who says that? You don't say that to a mother who's lost a child, or even talk about that behind their back. So, yeah, I am calling you out for doing that. I don't know why you would do that, but I'm also sending, Shannon a message. I don't know if she's ever going to hear this. I don't think she listens to me. I don't think she likes me, but like I said, it just came to my attention today. I didn't know about it, and I'm sorry, but Shannon, I'm so sorry that you had to hear that. I'm so sorry that you had to find out about that. And I hope that, you just surround yourself with people that are going to support you and just stay away from all of that crap. There's no one deserves that. No one. So painful. I don't know. I've never been a mother, so I don't know what it feels like. But I know what it feels like, and Tammy's still going on about it. Well, listen, everybody just needs to stay away from her. She is not all there. We know that, and I know that you have, you tried Randy with her, but it's like going around in a maze. It's not worth it. But yeah, shame on Tammy too. Absolutely. So again, I'm sorry, Shannon, that you had to. I'm sorry that you had to hear that, and she must be just. She didn't sound good. That's all I'm going to say. She didn't sound good. Just leave her alone. Stop with that. Stop it. Listen, we're a community. We might not always see eye to eye on things, but when somebody in our community is hurting or is being attacked that way, and that's the lowest of attacks. That is the lowest of going to that place. Go at the person, say what you want, call them stupid, call them this, call them that, call them fat, call them ugly, call them too skinny, whatever, but don't ever go for a deceased child. Or a living child, for that matter. Leave children out. Leave children. So I think that people in this community some of us don't get along, and there's some people you might never not want to get along for a particular reason, but I don't think there's anything that, we see you. I don't think there's anything that has ever gone down between Shannon and I that it's not fixable. I think that this community needs to get back together a little bit more. I don't think there's anything that was that big that we can't get past. I'm not saying that's for everyone in the community. You don't have to like who I like. I don't have to like who maybe you like. But I think this community has gotten so divided, and it's not just one person that caused that to happen. But I think that, especially around the holiday seasons, I think, and especially what's happened and the fact that she's in this, she sounds like she's in a depression now, and she's been very bothered by this comment. You can only, what do you want to do? What do you want to do to the woman? Leave her alone. Leave her deceased child out of it. Leave everybody's children out of it. Leave everybody's deceased children out of it. Leave everybody's children out of it and family. So last time I'm going to say it. Let's start a new year with not doing that. We are coming up to 2020. Let's make it a really good year, and just everybody behave. Stop that with the children. stop it with the pot shots. You know what? If you want to go after somebody and say, you're fat, you're this, you're stupid, go ahead. But leave other family members out of it who are not here on YouTube. So hopefully, like I said, I don't know if, Shannon is even going to hear this, but we all here are, saying that we feel for you, and that has never been said to you. It was very ugly. And if Tammy doesn't stop, that's on Tammy. I would stay away from Tammy. Just stay away from her. Everybody needs to stay away from her. There's no getting through to that woman. You're not going to, ever. You can spend 5 hours on a live stream as opposed to 3 hours. You're never going to get through to that woman. And that's my word. I don't know if you heard anything that I said, Wendy, while you were gone.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And I agree with all of it. I agree with all of it. And I'm really sorry to Shannon, because I know that her heart is broken, and I certainly don't want to make it any worse by talking about something so sacred, but I want her to know at least that we stand with her on this, and that nobody should be talking about her sacred child. I'm sorry. Children are sacred. All children are sacred. Nobody should be talking about Sam's grandchildren either. Nobody should be talking about anybody's grandchildren or children or anybody that is here on YouTube. If you can't keep your beef on YouTube, then go away, because you obviously aren't okay to be here. You're not, because this is a shit throwing party over here. Yeah. And we throw shit at each other. But when you start throwing kids at each other, you cross the line.
Yeah,
that's not okay. And you can't want to win that badly that you're going to lose your character by going after children. That's sick. Now you have a sickness, and you need to log off, boo-boo, for real.
Yeah, log off, boo-boo.
Because that's where you're at now. You're at a place now where you feel like you need to win so badly that you're going to reach for the thing that you should never touch, which is someone's sacred family members. They're off limits.